Nighat, let me start with you. Were you taken by surprise, or was there any indication that something like this was cooking?
Of course, many of us sort of caught by surprise because we have been listening to the current government when they were opposition around how current cybercrime law, which is Prevention of Electronic Crimes Act, and the cybercrime wing under FIA wasn't really performing well or unable to deal with the challenges around cybercrime or harassment or disinformation. And we had a lot of back and forth conversation with lots of people, including Tarar Saab and our IT minister, when they were in the opposition, that we, identifying gaps, that what are the things that are not working, what are the gaps in the law, in the current laws, Prevention of Electronic Crimes Act, and back and forth when we saw different, drafts of rules and, attempts of increasing digital repression. We had those conversations with them. And I think it was surprising for us in terms of that they didn't consult with any of us. I'm in touch with lots of digital rights activists and organizations, and we just received this news that there's this new agency and the rules are being introduced and the new agency will work. And I think it's I don't know how this new agency will work when a lot of conversation have happened in the past that in terms of how cybercrime wing is not performing well, what are the gaps, what are the issues around resources, enforcement around the law. So definitely we are surprised, but I really hope that this is just the first step they have taken, and they have some plans.
In fact,
there's
Nighat, there's plenty to be surprised of, because as we know, when PICA laws, Prevention of Electronic Crimes, those laws were promulgated, there were a lot of objections to what went into that legislation. And since then, we've seen how those laws have been used and abused for political purposes, for picking up journalists, for so many other things. So clearly, there is a concern about how the digital arena is being monitored or handled by the government, of course, and then we've seen what's happened with the restrictions on X.